Hey there, I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman. It is Friday, November the 21st, the Friday before Thanksgiving, and not a whole lot's going to change with our forecast as we go through the next few days. We'll see some fog, especially in the valley and some spots in the Sierra. That'll happen over the next few mornings, but temperatures are going to stay on a nice even keel, and what's great for travel ahead of Thanksgiving is that, at least for California, we're going to be staying dry through the holiday. There may be some changes once we get to the end of next week and next weekend. Even right now, it doesn't look all that disruptive, but it is worth keeping an eye on. Start with what's going on right now. This is a satellite picture. I'm recording this at 3:20 in the afternoon. Satellite loop covers the last 90 minutes or so, and as usual, you can see that the San Joaquin Valley was the last to see the clearing. That fog was really widespread, at least early this morning. It's becoming less so this afternoon, and we're going to see more of the same as we go through the next couple of days. But I want to dive a little bit deeper into the satellite image here. This is a NASA satellite. It's NASA Worldview. Anybody can access this at home. But I've got it backed up to a month ago, October the 21st. Obviously, you can see no clouds, not much in the way of snow. There was a little bit above, say, 8,000 feet south of the Tahoe area. But watch what happens as we take this to today. Okay, you notice the fog. This was taken earlier this morning. That was much more widespread, especially through Fresno and into Bakersfield. But look at the change in color of the vegetation. Look how green everything is for the Sacramento Valley, into the hills of wine country, and into the foothills as well. So now, 1 month ago, back to now. It's really fun to just pause, see the green up, see what's changed. I spent most of my life on the East Coast, so around this time of the year, this is when everything goes dormant for the winter. And of course, in California, the grasses, the brush, the flowers, they go dormant in the summer when we have less in the way of rain. So fun to peek at that at the satellite image. Also fun to look at this. This is zoomed in a little bit closer on the Bay Area, and you can see a little bit of the discoloration here. This is all runoff from the rain that we've seen over the last few days. That's headed out to sea, out through the river systems. The satellite image from this morning doesn't reveal the snowpack all that well, but you can just see the north part of Tahoe peeking out. These are clouds, and you can see we call them cloud streets. You get these ripples in the clouds, a sign that there's some turbulent air as it moves up and over the Sierra. So satellite's always fun to look at, but even more so this time of the year when we can see the change from month to month. Well, let's talk about the fog that's coming our way. It was widespread earlier this morning. As soon as this model loads, be able to show it to you. So this is this afternoon, obviously no fog, but by the time we get past just midnight, just like Thursday night, we'll see some of that fog developing along into the north on I-5, and then it becomes more widespread by 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. From Solano County, Sacramento County, a big stretch here of I-5, parts of 99, going to be socked in with fog for the first couple of hours of Saturday. Once we get to noon, things quiet down. Should be a lot of sunshine on Saturday. And then Sunday, more of the same. Fog on this model is favoring the west side of the valley. Other models, though, showing that fog a much more widespread through the San Joaquin Valley. And that fog is going to play an interesting game with the temperatures. Obviously, those that stay stuck in the fog a little bit longer are going to stay cooler. So I want to show you the temperature spread for tomorrow. It's very similar to what we've seen so far today, where the San Joaquin Valley stays in the 50s, but the Sacramento Valley will see temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 60s. So again, tomorrow's numbers reflecting where the fog is going to stay around the longest, upper 50s for Stockton and Modesto, but low to mid 60s for Yuba City and Sacramento. Yuba City, I don't think, sees too many issues with fog. The foothills should be clear from morning to the afternoon. Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, some of those valley spots may see a little bit of fog first thing in the morning as well, but once we get past 9 or 10, things will end up being much, much quieter. All right, so that was a look at your Saturday. Not a whole lot's going to change for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We will start to see some changes as we get into the end of next week. So I'm going to call up one of our forecast models here. We'll take a look at the national picture, because of course, a lot of folks probably getting ready to travel. There we go. So this is the American model, the GFS. And we'll call it precipitation type. Green is rain, blue is snow. The 540 thickness line here, that's the delineation between where it's cold enough to snow at sea level and where it's a little bit too warm. So this is this weekend. We're dry in California, system moving into coastal Washington. And some snow showers there in the Great Lakes. Monday, showers, breezy, maybe some thunderstorms here in the south central U.S. Windy, cold with snow in western Montana, northern Idaho. And watch how that just blasts into the plains. Pointed this out yesterday. This could be blizzard conditions in the Dakotas, possibly wrapping around into Minnesota. This is Tuesday night into early Wednesday. So some flight disruptions through Minneapolis, Madison possible there. Another system moving into the Pacific Northwest coast. Could be some flight delays in and out of Seattle and Portland with that, but notice again California, dry through Wednesday. And then Thanksgiving Day on Thursday, showers and thunderstorms along the immediate coast. Cold, windy, snow showers for the Great Lakes. This will be a lot of lake effect driven snow. Also going to be very cold through the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, the northern plains. Much warmer though for the western U.S. Highs in Sacramento are going to stay right around 60 degrees through Thanksgiving just because we've got that daily round of fog that we'll be watching for that tends to put a little bit of a cap on temperatures. What we're watching for late next week, this is next Friday, Black Friday if you want to call it that. A little system may cut to the inside of the Sierra. That tends to mean not much in the way of any rain chances for the valley, but it could mean a quick brush with some snow in the mountains. That would be Friday, this is Saturday. Yeah, for now, things look quiet next weekend, but this would be a big drop in temperatures for the western U.S. But we're still talking next weekend. That pattern has changed a little bit over the last couple of days. It's going to continue to change over the next few. But bottom line, we're nice and quiet all the way through Thanksgiving. Just some of that daily fog to be ready for in the valley. Have a nice weekend. I'll talk to you soon.